Mike had a wandering eye, child. She got this short black dress on. Where's the rest of the material? I know they ain't sell it to you like this. He done told Becky, stand back and stand by while he go handle his business. Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we're doing another seafood boil. I have some crab legs, corn, and potatoes. For today's drink, I'm just doing a lemon lime water. So let's go ahead and say grace. Amen. Hey y'all, happy Monday. This corn's so good. Where's my straw? Okay. Happy Monday. We do have a story time today. Let me see. Okay, y'all can see me. Okay. So yeah, we do have a story time today. This story was sent over to me by Jasmine. So thank you, girl. The story is from Deadly Affairs. So we're gonna jump right into it. I do have my mayo and mustard sauce back here, y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me get this first crab out. Oh, there we go. All right, so there was a girl named Barbara. Barbara worked down at the Piggly Wiggly. Do they even have a Piggly Wiggly still? That's not what she worked with, girl. That's what I'm gonna say, okay? So Barbara worked down at the Piggly Wiggly. Barbara meets this dude. He also worked at the Piggly Wiggly. His name was Mike. We ain't gonna call him Tyrone Child because he had a whole job, okay? So we're gonna call him, well, that was his name, Mike. And her name really was Barbara. So girl, they ended up falling in love. Mike was telling her how, you know, he wanted to eventually have his own shop where he can sell comic books. Because he was really into comic books and he wanted to open his own shop up one day. So they eventually run off, child, get married, have a couple of kids. And Mike was still working at the Piggly Wiggly. Him and his old lady. So Mike decides that he wants to try to start selling insurance, going door to door, selling insurance, and that really didn't work out for him. So the neighbors kind of felt like he was a little creepy. He was too pushy. So that didn't work out for him. So he quit his job at the Piggly Wiggly. Then he started selling the insurance. So that didn't work out for him. And of course it was causing a little bit of drama in the marriage because he was unhappy because he couldn't find work. So y'all remember when on Baby Boy, when Snoop was at Yvette house and she didn't want him there, and when he was sitting on the sofa and she walked by and he was looking at her like this. That's how he was doing his woman. Girl, I fell out. So she talks to her husband and she tells him, Mike, I think we should go ahead and open up this shop so we can sell the comic books. So of course he's very excited about it. They opened up the shop. The shop was doing very well. The ladies that would bring their boys in there to get the comic books and stuff felt a little uncomfortable because Mike had a wandering eye child. He can't keep his eyes to himself. He was very flirty, and a lot of the women didn't like that. So Barbara would see him flirting with these women, but she just wouldn't say nothing. She was just all about trying to make her marriage work, and she would just turn the other cheek. Okay. So they had about 3 or 4 kids, I think, together. The kids would go to daycare while they run the store. Now the store was doing so well, you know, it was beginning to get a little overwhelming for the both of them. So one day while she was dropping her kids off to the daycare, Barbara, she run into one of the moms that she see, you know, all the time dropping her kids off. Now we're gonna call her Becky. Right. So they start talking, and Becky tells Barbara that she just lost her job. Now Barbara, you know, they need help down at the shop. So she offers Becky a job down at the shop. Okay. So girl, Becky shows up for work. She got this short black dress on, high heel shoes, short cut top. Like, girl, where's the rest of the material at? Where's the rest of the material? I know they ain't sell it to you like this. What is going on? Why'd you coming up in here like this? Okay. Honey, she walked in. Her and Mike locked eyes. So so Renee stopped in the doorway, cued the music, wind started blowing. Her hair just started, she was looking like a angel from heaven, okay? So girl, they go to flirting with each other. Now they were doing team too much, okay? Now this is a comic book shop, so I was a little confused when, you know, they did the reenactment, because Becky, she on the ladder, like in the library, with this skirt that she left some of the material at the store. She got the shortest skirt on in the world, and he behind her. He done went up the ladder too, okay? So now Barbara got to deal with this every day. Every day they flirting with each other. A long time friend walk in the shop, and I mean, maybe this day she fell off. Becky fell off the ladder into Mike's arms. And you know how they just looking at each other, and she out of breath, he out of breath. He want to kiss her, but he not too sure. You know, they locking eyes, they vibing, but he not too sure. You know what I'm talking about? So one of the customers seen that, and they just felt very uncomfortable, so they walked the heck up out of there. So girl, they in there, in the office, on the desk, in the back, wherever they can, doing what they gotta do. So at this point, Barbara like, every night I gotta fight to prove my love. But she ain't throwing no hands, but every night she gotta fight to prove her love. So Mike that came home, he got the divorce papers. Okay, he want Becky. Okay. He done told Becky stand back and stand by while he go handle his business with his woman. And Barbara refused to sign the divorce papers. She gonna do everything she can to fight for her love, or to fight for her husband, her marriage, because they said it was against her religion to get a divorce. So girl, every day he come home from work, he working late now. The comic place, the bookstore closed at 6 o'clock, but he working late, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, he coming home. Tired, sweat, and lipstick on the collar, type of mess. So girl, one day Barbara decides, okay, I'm gonna surprise my man. I'm gonna throw him a surprise party for his birthday. And then we gonna hit the road and we gonna have us a romantic weekend, a romantic getaway. So she drives up to the shop. She dropped the kids off. And she tells Mike, take the kids to your mom, and I need you to meet me back here at the shop at 8 o'clock. Right? Oh. So Mike cool with it. Becky go in. She set up all the balloons and everything for the surprise party. Well, while she was doing this, I guess the store was still open. Customers came in. They noticed all the balloons, but they didn't see anybody. So they walking around the store and they found Barbara face down in the back room. So of course they called the police. And the detectives, because it wasn't any signs of any struggle, you know, she still had on this wedding ring. They still had like the most expensive comic books still put up. Like that was still on display, nothing was taken. So they just felt like maybe, you know, she had some type of health issue and she fell and hit her head. That's what they said, okay? So when they rushed her to the hospital, well, they had already knew that she, you know, she was gone. And as the lady at the hospital was cleaning her up, they noticed the bullet hole in it. So the husband shows up on the scene 8 o'clock like he was supposed to. The people say he didn't look concerned. He wasn't asking where his wife was. He, you know, nothing. So they asking him, you know, his name and everything like that. And he telling them, you know, this is his shop. And his wife was supposed to be inside and he was supposed to be meeting her at 8 o'clock. So they go on and tell him, you know, there's been a situation and we found your wife dead. So this fool goes to say, well, she must have hit her head on something and fell in the back. Now, nobody ain't tell him that she had a head injury. Nobody told him where they found her body at. So immediately they were looking at him sideways because who told you this information, honey? Because I didn't. So he tells them, you know, I've been at my mom's house. He has his little alibi. They call his his mom. The mom said that Mike showed up at his house, at her house, and Mike was really tired, so he passed out on the sofa. She wanted to let him get some sleep, so she took the kids to the park. When she came back, he was still asleep on the sofa. So that was his alibi. They decided to call Renee. Renee said within the hours that they found the body, she was at the grocery store getting ice cream and cake. And that she made a phone call to Barbara to ask her if she needed something from the store. But she made that call from a payphone. So you couldn't get like an itemized statement from a payphone, so they had no way of proving that. So girl, the case went cold, okay? The case went cold. They ended up, Becky and Mike ended up being in a full relationship, a whole relationship. And they, you know, they didn't care who seen it, who knew about it. They were in a relationship. They decided to move out of state. They opened up a new shop, same name. So after opening up the shop, they got married and they just lived their life. 16 years passed. 16. I got stuff all in my hair because I can't be on here looking like, girl, they be talking about me so bad, child. So girl, 16 years passed. They decided to reopen the case because somebody called in with the tip saying that on the day that they found Barbara, he called up to the shop and he spoke to Mike. So Mike was at the shop. They did whatever they had to do to prove that he did speak to Mike during the hours that he said he wasn't there. And they ended up arresting him. He went to trial. They found him guilty. But for some reason, and I don't know like the exact terms or whatever, but for some reason the judge decided to retry the case or something, do another trial. Okay, I don't know like the exact terminology for that, but he wanted them to do it again. For what? I don't know. Went to trial a second time. They all found him guilty again. So he ended up doing life behind bars 17 years later. Baby thought he was scot-free. Oh, girl, that's good now. Woo. Okay guys, so I hope you're done eating. If you're eating with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the next 2 videos at the bottom of the screen, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye y'all.